Hello, NounPunks squad, Super Bloxians, and anyone else tuning in here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about ENS, Ethereum Naming Service. What is it? How can you get your own ENS? And as a bonus, how can you make your avatar your own NFT that you own? So ENS stands for Ethereum Naming Service, and it is essentially the Web3 version of DNS, Domain Names Service, which is basically what allows you to use words instead of IP addresses to access websites. So back in the day, you would have had to type 129.354, etc., to access an individual website. Once DNS came around, you could now say register NounPunks.com, and people could type that in easily to access your website. ENS aims to do the same thing, but for that long string of numbers that represents your Ethereum wallet address, starting with 0x. Once you've registered an ENS domain, you can replace that long string address with this easy-to-type one-word or two-word ENS phrase. So that is the benefit of having an ENS. Down the line, there could be other usages for it as well, including using it as a website address once more browsers support it. Currently, I believe only Opera supports that, but that's something that's coming down the line. For now, the main use case for ENS is just to have your own username on the Ethereum blockchain. So let's get started. Let's show you how to register an ENS if you don't have one already. First, from the ENS homepage, which is ens.domains, we click Go to App on the top right. That brings us over to app.ens.domains. And here, if you've ever registered a regular website, a DNS website, this is very similar. You're looking for, instead of a domain name, you're looking for an Ethereum name. You're just going to click here and search. I'm going to search for nownishcaps.eth. It is available. You'll notice that I'm connected to the site here. If you haven't connected before, you will need to click connect where this button says disconnect. Your wallet will open, you'll connect, and then you will see your address here. As you can see, I already own toadyhawk.eth, which is an ENS, and I've made it my primary. If you haven't done that, you will just see your long string here with no ENS name. So this is available. I'm going to click here. I would like to purchase this. I'm going to purchase it for 1 year. As you can see, the registration is pretty cheap, 0.002. It's going to cost me around $60 in gas, just over $60 US in gas. So we just go down to the bottom here, request to register. Let MetaMask do its thing. So it's actually quoting me just over $10 for this transaction. Shows you helpfully down here what I've done so far is I've requested to register. So it tells me my wallet will open. I'll be asked to confirm the first of 2 transactions. Now what it's going to do is it's going to wait for 1 minute while the transaction is pending, and then it's going to check to make sure no one else is trying to register the exact same name. Once that's over, I will be able to register. The wallet will reopen. I'll have a second transaction. See, the first one has just been confirmed. So now the 1 minute waiting period has begun. When that 1 minute waiting period is over, it's going to prompt me to complete the registration, and then I'll have another payment, which it had estimated earlier would be about $60 USD, and then the name will be registered. We're back here. As you can see, the 1 minute waiting period is over, and now I'm offered this button here that says register. We click here and we get another wallet prompt in our MetaMask. And this is where we pay the actual gas for the registration. As you can see, it's a little bit lower than what they had estimated. Click confirm. And we wait for the transaction to process. We'll see that it's completed here, so I have basically registered that name. At the bottom here, you can see set as primary ENS. If this is your first ENS, your username, for example, that you want to use on Twitter, on OpenSea, elsewhere in Web3, then you would click this button to set it as your primary ENS. Now, I'm not going to do that because my primary is already toadyhawk.eth, and I don't want to change that. But if we click here, we can see we can do all sorts of things to manage this new name that I've registered. Now, in the next part, I'm going to show you with my main domain, toadyhawk.eth, how to set an avatar using an NFT that you own so that avatar will be associated with your ENS everywhere you go in Web3. Let's check that out. Okay, we're back in ENS dashboard here. You'll see I'm going to scroll down and select the ENS that I want to work with, which is my main primary, toadyhawk.eth. This is what's called the record. And what we want to do is we want to add an avatar of my choosing so that, as you can see this little pixelated avatar here now, that will be replaced by an NFT of my choosing anywhere on the web that supports avatars by ENS. In order to do that, we want to click Add Edit Record, and if we scroll down here, we'll see Avatar, and I'm going to show you in the next part what we add in this field to get that to show. Here I'm visiting a Medium article from ENS themselves, where they show you the format that you need to use in that avatar field in order to populate an NFT that you own. So I'm going to take this, copy, and paste it in a note here so that we can show you how to change that. So you can see NFT standard, we're going to change that, we're going to change this contract address and the token number. So the items that we need are our contract address for the NFT we want to use, the token ID for that, and the token standard. Now we're going to find all that information over on OpenSea. Let's take a look. Here we are on OpenSea, and I've already opened up a Cryptodes that I own, and I want to make this Cryptodes my ENS avatar. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to where you see details, and here now you can see contract address, token ID, token standard. So let's start with token standard. We see it's ERC721. So here where it says NFT standard, we're going to erase, and in lowercase letters, we are going to say ERC721, no dash, no uppercase letters. That's the first step. Next, we need the contract address for our collection. This is truncated, so we're going to click through, which will open an Etherscan for that contract. And then up here, we can one button click to copy. Back to our notes, and where it says contract address, right after the colon, up to the slash, we're going to paste that in. So the last item that we need here is the token ID. So we'll erase the place text there. Go back to OpenSea, and here we can see the token ID is 2533. So we're going to put 2533. Now this all together is the string of text that we will copy, and we will go back to ENS and paste. So if I've done everything correctly now, I click confirm. Are you sure you want to do this? This will modify the state of the blockchain. I'm sure. As with any transaction on the blockchain, we have to confirm in our wallet. We wait for MetaMask to do its thing. It's going to cost me $30 to set that as my avatar. Am I sure? Let's do it. Transaction is confirmed. Now let's see if it worked. Waited a few minutes, refreshed the page, and as you can see, my lovely mohawk wearing Cryptode is now my avatar for toadyhawk.eth. We pop over to OpenSea. This is the entry for toadyhawk.eth. It used to be the blue screen here that just said toadyhawk.eth. I clicked this button that said refresh metadata, refresh the page, and now you see my toad as my avatar. And this will show up on any site across Web3 that supports avatars by ENS. Give you a baseline understanding of what ENS is, how to register your first ENS name, and how to add a custom avatar for your ENS address. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe to our content, and share this with your friends on Twitter and on YouTube. We really take an educational stance here at NounPunks and Superblocks. We want to make it as easy as possible for new folks to come into the NFT space, into the Web3 space, and hit the ground running. And we hope that this NounPunks University series is helping all of you to do just that. Thank you and have a great weekend.